All right. Good morning, everybody. It is day 1432 in Bitcoin land. Let's go ahead and do one of my favorite things to do it every morning, and that is to check the Bitcoin price and news. So it looks like we're at 584. I don't really trust that calculation too much. We'll check some other things. So same news, Bitfinex hack 10 hours ago. Know about this. Bitcoin price reverse as hacked exchange remains offline. Wall Street Journal blog. Okay, that's nothing new. How the tech behind Bitcoin could revolutionize Wall Street. I think most of us already are aware that Bitcoin could. It's actually saying Bitcoin and not blockchain. That is interesting, right? Because normally the articles would say something like how the oh yeah, that's is what it's saying. How the tech behind Bitcoin could revolutionize Wall Street. Okay, yeah. Which is Bitcoin? Why Swedish bank SEB backed its first Bitcoin startup? That might be interesting to read. Mere coincidence, miners meet core developers. Yeah, that is so strange, but I don't I don't know what, like, I guess one reason, and I don't know how to check this, but if miners during that time decided, instead of holding some of the Bitcoin they've mined, to sell more of it, maybe it's easier to sell it than it is to hold it during the meeting, or they're trying to make a point like, hey, look, we can drop the price, giving them more bargaining power at the meeting. No idea. I'm just totally speculating. But it could have had something to do with the price drop. Could Bitcoin change the game in Africa? Yeah, we've seen this. It probably could. It could change the game anywhere. Bitcoin price watch. We got some action. Is Craig Wright the Bitcoin genius? Yeah, so should be the full article coming out soon from GQ on Craig Wright. Whether he is or isn't Satoshi Nakamoto, I don't really want to know who it is, if it is one person. So nothing popping out in the news. Bitcoins make bank robbery great again. That's a great title. Deteriorating UK economy signals time for planned Bitcoin. Let's take a quick look at that. Okay, we already read the title. Things are only getting worse for the United Kingdom, by the look of things. As many people expect, the Bank of England decided to cut interest rates in half, with a possibility or lowering them further if needed. Additionally, the pound sterling took another beating, and the economy in the UK is quickly deteriorating. If there were ever a time for planned Bitcoin in the UK, this would be it. The UK economy is spiraling out of control. And so what do I think about that? Bitcoin's dropping too, so I don't know if Bitcoin is, as much as I want to believe that Bitcoin's a safe haven, I don't know that it is right now. Because there's just so many factors, but I've been backing it for 2 years and I'm going to stick with it, ready to hop off at any moment. UK economy is spiraling out of control. Contrary to earlier messages by the European Central Bank, the UK economy has far from stabilized. In fact, new research indicates that there are several signs of deterioration and things could spiral out of control very quickly at this rate. Okay, yeah. That, if you guys want to take a closer look at that, deteriorating UK economy signals time for plan. Bitcoin, I'll put it in the box. but it's not like holding my attention because it's like the same article I've read a million different times. Malta Gaming Authority still views Bitcoin as a risk. Okay, yeah, you should, I guess. All right, that's it for news. Let's go through my trades. Oh wait, we're not going to go into my trades today. I put in some new trades, but I'm going to hold off on showing those just yet. We're just going to check some Bitcoin news on YouTube. Webbot reports August, September with silver, gold, and Bitcoin 2006 by Cliff High. So I guess according to the Webbot, there's going to be a lot of action in Bitcoin and silver and gold. So that's great. Bitcoin exchange hacked.
An exchange for the digital currency Bitcoin was hacked on Tuesday, causing the price to fall and resulting in millions stolen. Hong Kong-based digital currency exchange Bitfinex said a hack is responsible for the loss of $65 million worth of Bitcoin. As a result, the price of Bitcoin fell as much as 20% to $480 on the news, down from a high of $613 early Tuesday. The price has climbed back to about $550 as of Wednesday. Tuesday's hack is one of the largest thefts in Bitcoin's short history. In 2014, investor confidence in Bitcoin was dented by a large cybersecurity breach at Japanese exchange Mt. Gox.
All right, so that's basically what all the articles have been saying, but in video form, so that's nice. Video is much nicer than reading, I suppose. But the price, 65 million, 72 million, I mean, that's 7 million is a pretty big discrepancy. Bitcoin charge, I feel like it's going to drop.
Hello and welcome. Today is Wednesday. It is the 3rd day of August 2016. My name is Derek, and I think this is the first ever Bitcoin chart that I've ever done. I'm going to do a couple of charts, a daily and a bit more of a long-term one as well. I don't own Bitcoin, unlike gold and silver, but I do look at the price now and again, but I don't follow the charts much. I'm mainly just going to see what I notice within the chart analysis, which first is going to be volatility or the inconsistency of such. Looking at this blue 18 average band, I can see that when this was going sideways on the start during the month of May, that the band, the blue line, the top to bottom was very small on the gap in comparison to this bull market, which was a little bit bigger. Within this bull market, the interesting pattern is 1, 2, a third big one, 4 tests of this upper band, and the third one a very long test of such. And the support above the band, at the band, and above the band. So that was an interesting pattern, to say the least, within it. Now, the blue line for its volatility got really massive when you have 2 days of the price going from over 700 to over 500, or losing 25-30%. That's increasing the volatility. But before the most recent fall, look at how this thing just shrinks up before, boom, it falls like that. So a lot of volatility within this market. What I also notice is the trend reversals that I look for. This was a beautiful bull market, as I was talking about, with the upper band being resistance and support as such. But for it to reverse, the band needs to flatten out, establish a level of support, come back to the band, and this overqualifies, but it qualifies, of course. Large resistance within this band, and well, yesterday it broke out that support significantly, but I don't know how long it was lower than this. I haven't seen the 5-minute chart or anything like that to see the time in which it fell, but it could be a flash crash. Nonetheless, it has regained its level, and it's even in the 570-ish area as I'm doing this video. It's much later than 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's already had its move. So now it's very hard to use this to determine where any short-term movements are going to come, because the risk for going long is that it's already been up so much, and is this a dead cat bounce? And the risk for going short is that, is this going to be your typical failed breakdown, failed move? Oftentimes a failed move can create a fast move in the opposite direction. So a lot has been going on, but it seems as if within this chart, you're probably going to get a lot of these odd days where it gets really volatile. I haven't seen the historical daily charts, and I rarely ever do look at this, so I can't talk too much about it. I can look at the last 1,800 trading days, and that's what I'm going to do in here. And just basic stuff to point out. Uptrend going sideways for the last 3 or so years. That's mainly the trend. Sort of like the gold chart that I showed yesterday. As far as a reversal is concerned, established support. Well, it hasn't broken it yet, but it also hasn't came back up to this level. It's neutral, but the band is rising and it's above it. So it's neutral with an up bias, and a decent up bias to say the least, because its preceding trend was very much a nice bull market. I think what also is worth noting is where it is on the chart here, which is very close to these highs. And it's down half its value, which means that having 6, 10, 20x gains is definitely in the picture, but losing over 50%, even 75, 80 to 100%, is also a risk that is taken when you play this as well. So if you've got your food, you've got your gold, you got your silver, you got what you need to prepare for the worst of times, and you want to speculate a little bit, by all means. It's not the greatest of shockers if this thing is still going on in 5, 10 years from now, and the U.S. currency and other fiat currencies have collapsed. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you for watching this, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was legit, because he doesn't even hold any Bitcoin. He's just doing an objective analysis, and he sounded like he was bullish on Bitcoin. Money Talks, that's Silver Charts. If you guys want to subscribe to him, his name's Silver Charts. I'll be watching some of his videos again. Money Talks, Bitcoin Hacked, Pamela Reports, TRT World. Euro rallied as expected, perplexed by drop in Bitcoin. I mean, the drop, I guess, is to be suspected. Even I freaked out and traded some Bitcoin at that moment. It's a pretty big hack, but we just don't know what's going on with it. There's not enough intel. Bitcoin updates. Let's take a look. I haven't seen this guy before.
Chciałbym dzisiaj skomentować aktualne...
Not in English. That's kind of good that I see so many videos that aren't in English nowadays on Bitcoin. Normally they're in...
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words.
I don't know if it's old or not.
Let's have some fun. Wow, do wow.
Or what this even...
Most of the big exchanges have added Ethereum Classic trading capability. This has led to further price volatility and huge volumes, with the ETC-BTC pair dominating at 78% market share.
All right.
How it goes?
I'm going to watch this later because this is long, but I will probably watch this. Bank to the Future. Gold, Bitcoin, and central banks war on banking and cash. Simon Dixon and Anthem Blanchard discuss. Any comments yet? Nope. No comments. Definitely going to watch this later. Let's go ahead and finish up. Bitcoin news, 1% all Bitcoin stolen. Yes. Let's go to the third page. And yep, Bitcoin basics. Okay. All right, that's it for this video. Before I close out, let's look at the crypto market cap. I'm not going to show you my trades. I guess I'll give you my quick predictions. I don't have to show them to you on Poloniex. I can just say, Ethereum, I'm selling it at, I'm going to hold it for like 2 weeks, and I'm going to sell it, I think, at 0.02. And so it's right there. It wouldn't take much to break above that. I could probably set it a lot higher for the trade, but it's safe. Ethereum Classic, I was trying to actually figure out how to short it. I think it's going to go back down below 2 in the next few weeks. And Dash, I think it's gonna bust over 10 again in the next 2 weeks. So I put in a sell over $10. Litecoin, will it go back up to $4? It could. I saw, what was it, Next? Next was making some big moves today. So if you want to take a look at that, study those charts, you're more than able. All right, that's it for this video. Hope you Bitcoiners have a great day, and I may bring you another video today. We'll see.